There comes a point in every man's journey where he is faced with a choice that will define his character, his peace, and ultimately his destiny. It is the decision of what kind of energy he allows into his life, and, more importantly, what kind of energy he refuses to tolerate under any circumstance. Because here's the hard truth: every time you let someone cross your boundaries without consequence, every time you excuse toxic behavior with silence, you are quietly teaching the world that it is acceptable to disrespect you. And once the world learns that lesson, it will never stop testing you. This is where Stoic wisdom becomes a shield. True wisdom is not about endless tolerance. It is about knowing the worth of your time, your energy, and your inner peace. A man of virtue, of clarity, and of strength must learn to stand firm against certain behaviors. These are not opinions. They are boundaries drawn and guarded by those who understand the sacredness of their own lives. Today, we uncover the 6 behaviors that no Stoic, no disciplined man should ever allow to remain in his presence. 1. Disrespect. The first crack in self-worth. Disrespect rarely enters with a shout. More often, it slips in quietly. It hides in the way someone cuts you off mid-sentence, as if your words carry no weight. It lurks in the sarcastic laugh aimed at your dreams, the smirk that suggests your vision is foolish. Sometimes it appears in the subtle comments designed to make you look small in front of others, just so they can feel taller. Disrespect may whisper, but its effect is loud. It chips away at your dignity. A Stoic does not respond to disrespect with anger or childish rage. He responds with action. Why? Because to tolerate disrespect is to signal to the world that your standards are flexible, that your boundaries are negotiable. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Part of that strength lies in the power to walk away, to remove yourself from anyone who diminishes you, even in the smallest ways. True strength is not found in shouting back, but in refusing to stay where you are undervalued. 2. Manipulation, the silent assassin of peace. Manipulators don't always scream or shout. Instead, they twist, they bend reality. They take the warmth of your trust and turn it into a weapon. They use guilt as a chain to control you, distorting facts until you question your own memory. One day, they praise you, showering you with affection because they want something. The next, they withdraw all warmth the moment you fail to give them what they desire. This is not love. This is not friendship. This is control. To a Stoic, manipulation is poison. It clouds the mind, fogs the spirit, and blurs clarity, and clarity is sacred. Emotional fog is dangerous because it makes you doubt yourself. And once you doubt yourself, you lose the inner compass that keeps you steady. It is tempting to engage, to argue, or to justify, especially when the manipulator is someone close to you. But the Stoic does not fight chaos with more chaos. He reveals the tactic calmly, firmly, and then removes himself completely. Seneca once said, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you." Manipulators do the opposite. They corrupt your reality, weaken your confidence, and slowly erode your strength. Don't tolerate it, call it what it is, then walk away with grace. 3. Chronic complaining, the emotional black hole. There are people who don't seek solutions, they don't want wisdom. What they crave is pity, attention, and a constant audience for their endless tales of victory. Every conversation becomes a rant, every suggestion you give is rejected. They are not addicted to growth, they are addicted to their problems. And what they truly want is for you to become addicted to them as well. Why is this dangerous for the Stoic mind? Because your energy is finite. Your strength is not unlimited. The more you pour into those who refuse to change, the less you have left for your own growth, your own discipline, your own path. Epictetus warned us, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. The chronic complainer believes he already knows he is the victim. He knows life is unfair, and he clings to that belief like a badge of honor. He is not open to wisdom. He is only open to attention. And if you stay too long in that orbit, your focus and your spirit will be drained dry. Detach with compassion, yes, but detach nonetheless. You cannot save someone who refuses to rise. 4. Dishonesty, the death of inner trust. Lies don't simply break trust in others, they fracture your trust in yourself. The moment you excuse dishonesty, you begin doubting your own judgment. You feel the lie deep down, but you tell yourself you are imagining it. You notice the inconsistencies, but you give the benefit of the doubt again and again. Each time, a small piece of your clarity shatters. And clarity, once lost, is not easily regained. Dishonesty strikes at the very heart of what Stoicism values. A Stoic builds his life upon truth in thought, in action, and in every relationship he allows into his circle. Without truth, the entire foundation crumbles. Marcus Aurelius once declared, "If someone can prove me wrong and show me my mistake, I will gladly change. It is the truth I seek." This is not weakness, it is strength. For the man who embraces truth, even when it is uncomfortable, is the man who lives with clarity. But when someone rejects truth and chooses deception instead, they disqualify themselves from your circle, no matter how charming, familiar, or close they may seem. Lies are not simply words, they are barriers, a mask, a form of silent disconnection. Dishonesty is nothing more than separation in disguise. And if you allow it to remain around you, it corrodes your integrity and fractures the bond between your soul and your sense of reality. 5. Entitlement, the unseen burden. An entitled person doesn't thank you, they expect you. They expect your time, your effort, your forgiveness, as though these things are owed to them simply for existing. They carry no humility. They make you feel guilty for having boundaries, for daring to say no. They believe you are obligated to serve them, not because of your love or generosity, but because of their presence in your life. A Stoic, however, understands the difference between giving freely and giving under pressure. He gives generously, but always from choice, never from obligation. Why? Because giving without boundaries breeds quiet resentment, and resentment is poison to the spirit. Seneca reminded us, "He who gives quickly, gives twice." True giving flows from strength and freedom, not coercion. But entitlement never values. Your giving it demands more. It turns your kindness into currency, your generosity into debt. Do not let that happen. Draw the line clearly, and when it is crossed, step back without guilt, without anger, and without the need to explain. 6. Disloyalty, the deepest wound to integrity. Disloyalty is not just about betrayal, it is about inconsistency of character. A disloyal person is double-faced. They may celebrate you in private, yet ignore you in public. They appear when life is easy, but vanish when hardship strikes. They smile when you succeed, but somewhere inside, they cheer when you stumble. Disloyalty is a shadow, it shows itself only when the light shifts. For the Stoic, loyalty is not a request, it is a mirror. If I give you my trust, I expect trust to be reflected back through action. Loyalty reveals values, while disloyalty unmasks hidden intentions. And the Stoic's response is never loud, never dramatic, no outburst, no revenge, just quiet distance. A dignified removal of energy, a calm ending, because loyalty, once broken, can never return to what it was before. The wound heals, but the scar remains forever. The truth is simple. The world will treat you exactly as you train it to. If you tolerate manipulation, you will attract manipulators. If you allow disrespect, you invite more of it. If you excuse dishonesty, you slowly destroy your own ability to trust, not just others, but even yourself. But when you set firm boundaries, when you calmly walk away from what is unworthy of your presence, you become untouchable. You become dangerous. Not because you harm others, but because no one can harm you. They cannot shake you, they cannot bend you, and they cannot control. This is Stoic wisdom in action. We do not react emotionally. We respond with logic. We do not collapse into chaos. We rise with virtue. We do not seek revenge. We choose peace. Always so now, the question turns to you. Which of these 6 behaviors have you allowed into your life for far too long? Which have you excused, tolerated, or ignored? And more importantly, what changes will you begin to make today? If this message has spoken to you, if you feel the strength of these Stoic principles guiding your path, then take the next step. Join us here on Stoic Drift, where discipline, clarity, and self-respect are not just words, they are a way of life. Subscribe now, and let us continue walking this path together, choosing wisdom over weakness, and peace over chaos.